Hi, Fond du Lac Community Church. We're the Hanna family living in Malawi, a smallish country about the size of Pennsylvania in southern Africa. Malawi is known as the warm heart of Africa because of its friendly people.
Hey, I'm Ryan, and I like being outdoors, either running or hiking, and I like drinking good coffee.
Hi, I'm Heidi, and I like good books and board games.
Hey, my name's Caleb. I like to play the drums, and I enjoy playing with my neighbors.
Hi, my name's Ben. I like to draw and play board games.
Hi, my name's Faith, and I like to play outside and go swimming.
We live in the city of Blantyre. There are about 1 million people in the greater Blantyre area. We're missionaries with the mission organization SIM, and we've been here serving in Malawi since 2001. I've been the director of the mission here since 2002, and Heidi is the personnel coordinator. In our positions, we are overall responsible for the work of the mission in Malawi. This means I travel a lot and check up on how missionaries' ministries are going, help with plans and developing strategies for the ministry, as well as deal with problems that come up. Heidi helps look after the missionaries. She helps communicate with missionaries before they arrive, and then helps with orientation and settling in when they do arrive. She's also currently handling the mission finances. In the last year, one highlight has included seeing our Hope for AIDS program continue to grow. We're now working with patients affected by AIDS in 6 communities. We're working with orphans in 4 communities, and with youth prevention programs in about 30 churches. The AIDS problem is one of the largest challenges facing Malawi, with 14% of the population suffering with HIV and AIDS. Another highlight has been seeing a new ministry called Mtengo Wabwino taking off. We started planning and developing this about 2 years ago. The emphasis of the ministry is to train church leaders to share the gospel with Muslims. We're doing this mainly through training seminars. In July, a new missionary family arrived that will be taking on this ministry and developing it further as they finish their language studies. It's always great to see ideas become reality as new missionaries join the team and take on new ministries. This year I saw God's faithfulness played out through one of His people. In March of this year I lost one of my good friends. Prince Stasio, a young pastor who I had spent a lot of time with, died of hepatitis. At first I despaired at his loss, not just the loss of a friend, but the loss of his leadership in the church and the potential he had for the future. He left behind his wife Agnes and 2 children, a daughter named Yanko and a son named Prince Jr. What his wife planned to do we didn't know. I expected she'd return to her home area and quietly farm like most of the rest of the population here. Instead, she showed up a few weeks later in Blantyre to say that she wanted to apply for a scholarship to go to Bible school. She sat down with me and a local pastor and said that Prince and her had been in the ministry together and that she felt that their work was not complete. She needed to go back to Bible school and continue in the ministry. The work that God had for them was not yet finished. I was surprised. Here's a young woman who had just lost her husband, has 2 children to care for, and she makes plans to go to Bible school to continue serving God. She could have chosen to despise God for the untimely death of her husband, but instead chose to be faithful to the one who had called them into the ministry in the first place. God continues to work even in situations that give reason to lose hope. Pray with us for Agnes Stasio as she begins to study full-time in January. Pray for us, the Hanna family, as we continue to lead the missionary team here in Malawi. And pray for the continued growth of the Hope for AIDS program, the funding that's needed to keep it going and continue to grow. We also want to say thank you for sending out Brian, Laura, Wendy, Lindsay, and Emily earlier this year. They were an awesome encouragement to our whole team here and ran a real quality program. So thank you for sending them. We want to thank you too for your prayers and for your support. We couldn't be here without you.